Today, parking fans, we're going to see a 26-year-old young lady in my home state of Florida down in Miami who was churning out fake handicap parking placards using forgeries of doctors. Wait till you see how she pulled this off and her live arrest. Yeah, welcome back to the channel, parking fans. This is a huge problem all over the country, especially here in Florida where there are a million elderly people and doctors, and it's just too tempting for people to forge and fake these handicap placard applications, and they end up making a lot of money doing it, anywhere from $100 or $200 up to $300 or $400 each, which means they only got to sell a couple a week and they're making a full-time income just about. It's pretty crazy when you get to thinking about selling 3 or 4 or 5 and making yourself $1,000 or $1,500 a week. Nicole Cardona, 26 years old, from 2023, and I have the update on her arrest. Let's check it out. All right, so this was all over the internet back in 2023. I believe she was arrested in November of 2023, and this right here is our perp, Miss Nicole Cardona, being arrested outside of her gym right as she was placed in cuffs. And we can just scroll through these as she was walked out to the sheriff's officer's car there and placed in the back of the car, arrested on a scheme to defraud, forgery, and other charges that she was hit with in November of 2023, just about 9 months ago. That's her mugshot from the day she was arrested. Well, we've got the update here from July 2024, just about a month ago. It was updated. The woman was charged selling fraudulently disabled parking permits paperwork has avoided a long jail sentence for a handful of felonies by entering into a deferred prosecution agreement. That's a DPA. So she was facing a lot of felonies here. Nicole Cardona, who's now 28, was arrested in gym clothes outside an LA Fitness Club in Miami-Dade County in 22, by the Florida Highway Patrol and Miami Beach Police Department on a warrant for fraud and forgery. Camera crews from the local stations were rolling, which is how they got those mugshots and perp walk pictures. They charged her with an organized scheme to defraud, criminal use of public record, forgery, and false official statements. She was accused of scheming to sell documents with forged doctors' signatures, which her customers would use to apply for and obtain disabled parking placards. So to get the parking placards, at least here in Florida, you go to a doctor. They have the applications that they fill out with what's wrong with you, like you have a broken leg or broken back or whatever your medical issue is, and they sign that. They fill it out with your disease or your injury, and they sign it, and they hand it to you, and then you take that to the DMV, and they give you your placard. Miami Beach Police and Miami Beach government officials have been inundated with resident complaints that reference drivers abusing disabled placards to park in permitted residential neighborhoods for unlimited lengths of time. Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Rundle's office said in a news release following the Cardona arrest. While the court proceedings were pending in January, Valerie Meha, Miami Beach Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator, said she believed prosecutors would be seeking jail time. It's a lot of felonies, right? They reached out today to search for people in the ADA community who would be willing to show up to the Miami-Dade County courthouse tomorrow morning in support of the prosecution's case of the woman arrested for selling those fake placards, Nicole Cardona. The prosecution is looking for jail time, and for this, attendance of support groups is essential. After that January plea bargain hearing, Cardona switched her lawyer to a veteran criminal defense attorney, David Macy, and on July 3rd of this year, all charges were quietly dropped contingent upon Cardona completing a pre-trial diversion program. Macy did not return phone or email messages by the New Times seeking comment about the outcome of the case. The state's attorney's office, Ed Griffith, tells New Time that once an individual is charged with a non-violent crime and having no prior convictions enters the pretrial diversion, the charges are generally dropped. If the defendant fails to successfully complete the program, the charges then go forward in the criminal court. So she was forging doctor signatures. Somehow she got a hold of the applications. Might be something you can print offline, or maybe something that can be replicated, faxed, duplicated, copied. And then she was just signing her life away to those signature forms, just do. And she probably figured out that if she writes broken back or arthritis or whatever she wrote, that is things that they are approving them. And bam, Miss Cardona, who is front and center right here on our fancy screenshots, she was all about that $200, $400 for 2 of them all day long, making herself some extra money trying to live that South Florida, Miami lifestyle. And she now has a criminal record because of it. and she's all over the internet and she's famous. But she did get the charges dropped. She completed her program. Again, innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. She never had to go to court. So all of this is what the state's attorney was alleging. They never went to court to prove it one way or the other. She is cleared, and hopefully she learned her lesson and doesn't do anything silly like this again. Miss Nicole, if you see this, yeah, she made the local news here in Florida, and don't do it. It's not worth the money, guys. It's never worth it. Even if it was $2,000, $4,000, it's not worth the money. And don't take stuff away from the disabled community. They need that as well, and they wouldn't love it if they knew people with fake placards were parking their spots who just paid money and didn't actually need those spots. As always, thanks for watching, you all. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, come back, watch more videos, and I'll see everyone next time.